We have a voicemail number that you can call any time of day. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. This is a really interesting voicemail. This caller is a mental health professional. Now, I know some of you are going to hear the name Amanda Love, and you're going to say, that's the joke. It's the joke. It's a man to love. No, this is really this person's name. We made sure that this is really a mental health professional. We found that they are a licensed mental health professional in their state. They are weighing in on what I said about at what point do we see these delusional Trumpists and say not to excuse their behavior and not to ridicule mental illness? At what point do we say this is mental illness? And Amanda, who called in and works in this field, has very interesting insights about it. Take a listen to this.
Hi, David. My name's Amanda Love, and I'm a mental health professional. I just wanted to follow up with you about when you're showing the Trump supporters and asking whether they might be actually mentally ill. And yeah, some of what I saw could be classified as delusional, which is falls under the psychotic realm of mental illness. Some delusions are fixed and pretty much impossible to eradicate, even with medication.
Indeed.
So, yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on that, too, because some of it is definitely mentally ill people that we're dealing with, in which case, they're not being treated or whatever that case may be. But I appreciate everything you do, and I love all the information that you're putting out there. So thanks for what you do, and I'll keep watching.
Thank you. So listen, Amanda is not, I know I'll get emails, David, Amanda shouldn't really be diagnosing anybody over the internet. Amanda's not diagnosing anybody. What she's talking about is that generally speaking, some of the beliefs of these Trump supporters are what we would call delusional beliefs. These are delusional people that falls under the general category of psychosis. And as someone who, I have many mental health professionals in my family, from licensed mental health counselors, psychologists, and psychiatrists. A lot of these beliefs are very resistant to revision from treatment with medication and even from psychotherapy. These can be very stubborn and recalcitrant types of beliefs. Now, I think it is important to mention that a lot of these Trump people, they believe the QAnon stuff. They believe Joe Biden was killed and replaced with a body double. They believe, all of this different stuff. OK, with a lot of these people, it just so happens that their beliefs relate to Trump. And many of these folks, absent Trump, if Trump didn't exist, if Trump hadn't been president and it didn't start all of this chain of events that has taken place over the last 5 to 6 years, close to 7 years now, many of these people would still have delusional beliefs, but they'd be about something else. And this is something we've talked about with experts on cultish behavior, conspiracism, and believers in conspiracy theories. Typically, these are folks who are prone to these beliefs, and it's just sort of like what's in their environment that they get fixated on. And that's why you see sometimes the flat earth people also believe the Jewish conspiracies, Illuminati, and vaccine microchips, and on and on and on, because it's the same types of folks who are often prone or susceptible to these types of beliefs. So very interesting voicemail from Amanda. We're not diagnosing any particular individual here, just Amanda's general assessment of the delusional nature of some of these folks. This is not like, and I think, to really underline the difference here, there is a difference between believing cutting taxes for the rich is good for the economy, right? You can massage data to make that case, and then I can say, no, but the data is inaccurate for this. If you believe Joe Biden was killed and replaced with a body double in order to steal the election from Trump, that is different. There is a major difference between, I disagree with you on tax policy, and you think Biden's an imposter because the real Biden was killed. Those are not equivalent in any way. And there's a difference between a political disagreement and some of these delusional beliefs. Speaking of delusional beliefs, on the bonus show today, it looks like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is signaling that he would support a so-called Don't Say Gay bill. It's been years since we've talked about these Don't Say Gay bills, and they're vile, and we're going to talk about it. Also, a record 31 million Americans will be betting on the Super Bowl. Am I one of them? Most of you probably know the answer, but I'll answer it on the bonus show. And also, there is an 85-mile wide comet heading in our direction from the Oort cloud. Not going to hit Earth. I'm not gonna. I know that there are some people who, for the bonus show, they would do really dishonest things.
Oh, the bonus show where you want to make money, but everybody else that makes money to fund themselves is bad.
Right. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pretend maybe this comet is going to hit us. It's not, but it's an interesting story nonetheless. So all of those stories and more on today's bonus show. Sign up now at joinpacman.com. You can use the coupon code WOW22 for a discount, and I will see you then.